Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. This is another dog sled video that we didn't know we were going to have to shoot. There's an intermittent problem, and it's happened enough times, and yesterday when they came back from the car show, it was doing it. So I sat in and watched the screen while Kevin was driving, and we could watch the air-fuel ratio literally jump from pig rich, it'd be 9, you know, and it would stumble, and then it would lean out to 17, 18, and then it would also stumble, you know, and pop. And then after a while, it's all fine, everything's good, and it would happen again. Well, they'd seen this once or twice before, tried data logging. Data logging with the sniper is absolutely a joke. But one of the things we've discovered is a common problem apparently with the sniper is some injector harnesses under the covers that can come loose. Apparently they didn't put the right clip or something. It doesn't matter. People put zip ties on there to stop this. What I am suspecting is happening, because the two things that I was suspecting based on how we were driving was, well, based on his description of the symptoms, I thought, you know, ignition issues, maybe a sticky weight in the HEA or something. But then watching the AFR, I'm like, whoa, why would the ignition make it go pig rich like that? What I think is happening is we have an injector, and it doesn't matter which one, because we got to do all of them no matter what, that is starting to lose that connection. And I think under some condition, it loses connection. It's no longer firing. Engine goes lean, and because we only have a 50% learn rate, it takes a second or two, starts to richen up, and then at some point it makes connection with that injector again, and now we're massively rich. And then it undoes it, and it does it. I think every time this has happened, it's been on a very warm engine that's been cruising.
For a long time.
So you're going to have, you know, the coolness of the fuel going through and then the heat from the engine. So I'm sure we're just at the beginning of this failure, but let's nip this in the bud. And here's the best part of an intermittent problem. We're going to do this fix, and we'll bring you along for the ride, and then we won't know if it actually fixed it. You know, you go 6-8 months, and eventually you're like, you know what? It must have fixed it. Or it happens again, and you keep looking. I hate intermittent problems that I can't force reproduction of. So anyway, that's part of today. I'm sorry there just hasn't been a ton of videos between real life and work and being sick all the time lately. It's been hard to come up with things. So it's always nice when someone comes up with something unusual for us to share. Anyway, we're going to get started. Kevin actually found somebody's video on here. We should probably give the guy credit. Who is he? The Wrap Shop Garage. Did a little video. Kevin watched it and said, oh, okay, that's in our wheelhouse. We don't have to send that in. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're zoomed in, getting ready to start. But one of the things that we noticed pretty early on, so we've done nothing. Look at how much cleaner these two barrels are than these two, particularly this one.
Yeah.
What is going on here? So that's interesting. Don't know if that tells us anything or not. You know, we talked about maybe firing it up, trying to get this on camera, but honestly, all that's going to do is give us hot fuel to deal with when we have to do it anyway. Okay, so 3/16. Note, there is some
red thread lock.
Thread locker on here.
Get that off.
So they are kind of, one thing that's nice on this car, it's got a built-in tray. So we did wind up abandoning the fact that we were dropping the key. So let's see what happens when you pick it up. It should be more up like this. Think of how injectors go.
That's true.
Because it should be at some kind of angle.
There we go. Can you see it then?
Yeah.
There they are. And how do they look connected?
I don't know that you would actually be able to see that to tell.
Oh, based on the videos, you'd be able to tell pretty quick.
Okay. Here.
That back
I'm gonna
one
hand you over
wobbles.
to Pixie. Here, you know what the light will do for us? It will stick to the hood.
Your magnet.
Okay. Okay, the orange and white one are to the front. So let's get that one popped off, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, pop the whole injector out.
Well, for starters. Oh, wow. That's a strange little connector. Oh, this one does not want to pop out. I'm so worried about pulling something apart.
Watch my bottles there on
I
the
moved
floor.
it out of the way.
Okay. Oh, jeez, that didn't want to come out. Okay, so something about the way this clicks on here. Well, you can feel it moves quite a bit.
Yep.
Okay, so they're just a terrible connector design. Alright, so people put a zip tie on there to keep them on. You can see they just use O-rings like a typical injector would. Hey, I did not unlatch that one.
There you go.
I bet there's our injector. I did not unlatch that. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
That's bent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one failed. I did not unlatch that.
Remember I said I saw it moving.
Huh. Okay. Well, one thing I want to do while they're out, I want to kind of check and make sure there's nothing in the screen or anything. I want to go look at them under the... Honestly, I'm probably going to take them to my office and look at them under the
Scope?
under the microscope. I just want to make sure that I don't see anything built up in there.
Yep.
So we should, well, if I'm going to take them in the office, let's take all four.
You do all four?
So
Yep.
let's get the other side. We'll be right back. And so far, I haven't found anything weird in there. I do have a C-mount, but I don't have a camera hooked up to it right now, so I seriously doubt there's a chance that you guys can see. But just kind of looking down in for any debris, and then checking the platen end here to make sure that nothing looks clogged. So, just going to give these a quick check. Also, on the second side, another one of the cables fell off right easy. So, people are not wrong. These are terrible clips. Okay, so, once again, thank you to Rec. You need 2 zip ties to make this happen. You need one to kind of hold it down and one to hold it to the body. And we did not pull out our zip tie gun, even though I'm a big fan of the zip tie gun, because I'm worried about overdoing it. You can't just clip that clip, and it looks like they should have just had a second one on that side. But this, no matter what, can't come up. So all we're going to do is go ahead and pop that on. God, you see how weak that is.
Now that is indexed, but could
Yes.
it go in the other way around as well?
No, the connectors are offset.
Are they offset? Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll show you. See how it's biased to
Oh, yeah,
one
it
side?
is. Yep, got it.
Okay, so make sure you get in there.
And that clip
this is a
soft,
weird clip.
soft rubber too.
Yeah, that was the thing that was a surprise. So I've just started that zip tie. And now, hopefully this, and then don't go through both sides, because if you do, it'll just not be there. And then we will start this side. Use a decent quality. Don't buy a Chinese one for this. These are Gardner, so you should be able to buy them at your electrical store. So we're not going to use our zip tie gun today, even though we love it. We're just going to get it nice and snug.
So that top zip tie holds the connector down, and the other zip tie keeps
Holds
the
it
zip
against
tie
that.
holding it down.
Right, so that it can't come up.
Yeah, so it can't slip around there. Yep.
And then just trim them short. And that, no matter what I do, won't let that connector come up, but also won't damage anything permanently. And that's what we're going to do. So, want me to tie those guys down, or? And then, like I said, I normally use a zip tie gun, but, you know, this will work. There. We'll do the other side real quick, and then I'm going to put a little dielectric on the O-rings. I know there's controversy on that, but I've always done it. And we'll put them back together. And maybe this works. Maybe, well, it definitely will work, but maybe it solves our problem. Maybe it doesn't. Got the other side in, about to do this side. You know, just make sure everything clears. Getting the screws in there, everything should be good. Well, it is a little struggle to get it all mounted back up, but a little patience and a lot of wiggling, and I think we've got them. So, the way I figured we test it is we just cycle the key a couple times, pressurize everything, and see if we get massive leaks. If we don't get massive leaks, then it probably worked. The other thing is, remember too, it also, for a cold start, we'll do a quick inject. So when he turns the key, we're going to be looking down the throttle bore. So I'm going to try to get where, okay, hopefully you guys can all see, and hopefully I can too.
Ready?
Okay, go for it.
You want to just key on?
Just key on. Hey, I saw fuel in all 4 freaking Venturis. Yeah, so something worked. Okay, key off, and let's look for external leaks. We'll be right back. All right, I popped the door up. We didn't see any giant puddles, so we pulled the rags, because, you know, don't want rags. And we're going to go ahead and have them key it on and start it.
Key on.
Okay. All right, she started right up. And while she's running, everybody looks wet. So that's good. So all 4 injectors are definitely injecting. Oh, Diesel doesn't know that. All 4 injectors are injecting. So we didn't screw everything up. Yeah, I had it out of the way. So we were already in closed loop, so that didn't take very long. AFR is a touch rich, but, you know, we may have screwed up the scale. And honestly, I think I'd rather be 12.8 than 14.2 right now. So the IAC's, you know, in the park position. It's just running off throttle. No, so far it sounds fine. That side sounds good. I don't hear any skips. I don't hear any issues. No, sounds great. And here's the best part. We have no idea if we fixed anything or not. Pixie just hopped in. Gonna move the car back over here. Let's see if she just starts. She's getting, wow, it started right quick. She's getting pretty good about waiting for the pump. No matter how you look at it, this car is so cool. They drove in the rain when they parked it. I can tell. Oh, it was only yesterday, but I mean, there's still water on the ramps. Yeah, they came up to take it to a car show yesterday, and it rained as soon as they left, and it stopped raining as soon as they got back, because that's how it works sometimes. So she's bringing her in. I'll let you guide your wife in. Okay, and this here, I think the dog sled's going to actually, for winter. Well, okay, I ran into the oil thing. I think for winter, she's actually going to swap with the Impala. A little more picks. And good. They're the same length. So, if you place it in the same spot, you can still close the door. Well, and I'm sorry it's so short, but that's probably the end of the dog sled video for this week. They haven't gotten that pump. We're not even going to deal with that this year. We'll deal with that next year. You know, we've got her down low so they can still come up because it's not snowing yet, and drive her once or twice if they still want to, kind of shake it down and see if it does it again. But other than that, that was kind of the plan. Anyway, what do we say, guys?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.